Is there a way to tell if rocks did not have consciousness?
Oh yeah, you could put that just like literally anywhere.
Exactly. What's your name?
My name is Phenix, but my legal name is Drew.
Phoenix?
Yeah,
Cool.
without the O.
Phoenix.
Yes, sir. What's your name?
My name's David.
David.
Good to meet you. All right. So you're just hanging out, looking at boats and stuff?
Yeah. I wanted to see a real pirate boat, and I got to see a real pirate boat.
That one's Lady Washington. I think it was in Pirates of the Caribbean.
No way.
Yeah,
You gotta be.
pretty sure. I mean,
That's cool.
that's what I hear. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm interviewing folks about something that's meaningful to them,
Mhm.
something that they think is true. And what I'm doing is I'm asking questions from a neutral perspective that explores how you got there
All right.
and what supports your confidence that it's true.
Okay.
So, do you have something in mind that you want to talk about?
Yeah.
What's something that you think is true?
Something I think is true is that you can direct your consciousness in whatever direction that you want to go. Right? So, like, say you've never jumped before, you're going to look at something really high and you're going to figure out how to get that high. Maybe it's jumping, maybe it's a ladder, whatever it is, but you can direct that energy in that direction.
Okay. Maybe we can kind of make this a little bit more specific.
Yeah.
What do you mean by consciousness?
Consciousness, I would say whatever you feel is the part of you that aims your desires.
Your consciousness drives your desires? Would that be accurate? Or
Helps, yeah. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
consciousness helps in driving your desires.
Yeah, absolutely.
Drive desires. Okay. So, how does that help us?
It helps because really the limit really is your imagination, right? Somebody said, I want to be on a boat, and well, they said they wanted to go on the water and go somewhere, right? They wanted to traverse the water. They probably started with logs, upgraded to multiple logs, made something a little bit more shapely, and then eventually they, traveled across the great seas,
Okay.
right? And that started with, I want to do this. So you can pick a direction. Me, I have a very strange direction, but I like it. And my direction is like simplified version that doesn't encompass the whole definition of what I want. Superhuman powers. Yeah.
You want superhuman powers.
Yeah. So like Green Lantern or a Jedi,
Uh-huh.
like force powers. something along that. Like I'm aiming in that direction, and I'm focusing my efforts on the work, which is researching, understanding, constantly looking for what I'm trying to see.
Okay. You want superhuman powers, and the way to do that would be looking to see what you can see.
Kinda. So like, whenever you're going about your day, you get a random idea in your head, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It works just like that. You just get a random idea in your head. Whether you're vibing high, you're vibing low. If you're vibing low, you're probably not gonna get any ideas. You're gonna be so sad and you'll be like, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do nothing. But if you're vibing up high, you're like flowing on the ideas. You're always flowing on ideas. Something I like to do is jujitsu. Get high doing jujitsu. Oh my god. You're just picking up a bunch of shit. Picking up a bunch of shit. You're working hard, you're learning new stuff. You can learn stuff without anybody ever saying a word to you. It helps a lot more if they're saying words to you, but you can learn stuff without anybody saying a word to you, ever.
Okay. Back to consciousness. And your definition of consciousness is whatever helps drive our desires.
My definition of consciousness is just like, we're here, like, I can feel that shit, I can talk to you, I can look around. Like, that's just my definition of consciousness. I feel like
Feeling and talking?
yeah, it just encompasses everything.
Okay. Is there anything that's not consciousness?
I would say anything that's not like existing. Because I think a rock even has a little bit of a consciousness because it chooses to be a rock.
Rocks have consciousness.
Possibly. But I would see it more like a one-directional consciousness or one-dimensional consciousness of I'm going to choose to be this agate or I'm going to choose to be iron,
Rocks can choose things. Rocks
He's
Rocks-
already chosen it.
Rock had the ability to choose to be a rock.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
At some point, it started with hydrogen, the first, 111, and then the hydrogen, pressures and whatever the fuck, a star does, and then shooting all guts, like Neil deGrasse Tyson says everywhere. All those atoms chose to be those atoms at some point,
Would you say that anything that has an experience has consciousness?
Yeah, that's excellent. Yeah.
Okay. And rocks can feel?
I don't know what they feel, but I know they have an experience.
Okay.
A rock definitely has an experience.
Okay. On a scale from 0 to 100, how confident are you that rocks are conscious?
Conscious versus having an experience?
Because you said everything that exists has consciousness, right? Or
Yeah.
everything that it has an experience has consciousness?
I guess so, yeah. I would say 100 because there's something going on in that rock that allows it to be a rock.
You're
Call
100%.
it God or whatever.
Okay. You're 100% confident that rocks have consciousness.
Yeah, something's going on in there. Man.
Okay.
Something's ticking.
Okay.
Has to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Sure.
Okay. On a scale, that same scale, from 0 to 100,
Yeah.
if I let go of this pen,
Yeah.
how confident are you that when I let it go, it's gonna fall to the whiteboard?
Pretty confident because I've seen it happen a bunch of times and I haven't seen anything else different happen yet.
Excuse me and thank you.
Okay, so are you comfortable putting a number on that confidence, just like the other one?
Yeah. 100. It's going to fall.
Okay. So you're just as confident that if I let go of this pen,
Yeah.
it falls to the whiteboard as you are about rocks having consciousness.
Yeah. May I make a comparison as well?
Sure. Yeah.
With the pen, right?
Uh-huh.
Never have I ever thought I was ever going to use a comb. I thought combs were stupid, right? Pick up comb off the street. I'm using a comb now, right?
Okay.
I didn't even have to think about that. I just saw the comb one day and was like, I'm going to use that for my beard. I'm just going to start using it for my beard,
Okay.
right? So that happened with the physical reality already in place, right? Boats happened without the physical reality already in place. Some kind of, you know, kind of. Not really. I need to be more depth in there, but yeah.
Okay. What's the main reason that supports you're 100% confident that rocks are conscious?
Main reason? Because it has an experience. Because if you smash a bunch of other rocks together, it shatters into other rocks. If you heat it up and, purify it, you can pull irons from it. If you, like, it has an experience. It has something that it needs to do. It has something that it has stuff.
Why is because it has an experience a good reason to be 100% confident that rocks are conscious?
Because nothingness, I mean, it's there. It's living something. It's living something.
Okay. So the main reason
I don't know.
that rocks are conscious is
Maybe.
because they have an experience, and that's a good reason because nothingness is what now? What about nothingness?
Okay, nothingness can't exist because it doesn't exist. Right?
What does that have to do with rocks having an experience?
Because in nothingness, you can't even, like, it doesn't exist.
So the opposite of experience is nothingness.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. And you can't even experience nothingness because it's not there.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything that would cause you to be more confident that rocks have consciousness?
More confident?
Yeah.
I already did it at 100.
Yeah. Well, I know that you're at 100, so it kind of makes it an odd question.
Uh-huh.
But is there anything that would cause you to be more confident about that?
Do you need more examples?
An example that, or something that you could learn, maybe that you don't know today, something that you could learn that would cause you to say, "Oh yeah, that would raise my confidence that rocks have consciousness." If you were to say that,
Oh, yeah.
there doesn't necessarily have to be something,
Yeah.
but I'm curious if there's anything that would cause you to raise your confidence about rocks having consciousness.
This wood was nailed in and it's sitting here, right? And over time it changes, it ages, it's got all these holes in it, it changes color, the rain hits it, the wind hits it.
Mm-hmm.
It experiences, like, it changes. It changes. It changes.
Mm-hmm.
If it didn't have something behind it, it wouldn't change.
Okay.
If it didn't have stuff behind it, it wouldn't change.
Things change, and that would cause you to be more confident about rocks having consciousness?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything that would cause you to lower your confidence about that?
Dying maybe.
Dying would cause you to lower your confidence about rocks having consciousness.
Yeah, because then I wouldn't be experiencing nothing.
You wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Would rocks still exist if you died?
Yeah. I would eventually rot and decay and become different atoms as well, and molecules and shit.
Okay. Okay. How does you dying affect whether rocks have consciousness or not?
It doesn't,
Okay. So how could that lower your confidence?
because I just wouldn't have the conscience or confidence that exists.
Oh, I see. You would lose consciousness, and that would cause you
Snuffs
to
out my
not
flame.
be confident in anything.
Yeah, it snuffs it out.
Okay. So death. Okay. Death would lower your confidence.
Yeah, it's your perception and your awareness, which is your strength.
Got it. Is there a way to test to see if rocks have consciousness?
The rock changes.
Okay. So the test is, let's see if this rock changes. And if the change occurs, that means it has consciousness?
That means it has the capacity for change. I don't know. I might be able to go deeper. I don't know. It just seems really simple to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a way to tell if rocks did not have consciousness?
I don't think so. Other than, you know, the rock not existing there anymore.
If, say we had a rock right here,
Yeah.
is there a way to tell if that rock that we're both looking at does not have consciousness?
I mean, I don't think you can do a science experiment on it because you're limited by your physical reality. And that limitation is set by you. So maybe we can in the future.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe
It's
we
possible
can
that-
find a little tick box in there somewhere that we can be like, hey, there's a consciousness. There's a tick box. I found the tick box.
Okay. So it's possible that in the future, we might be able to tell if a rock is not conscious.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm down with it being conscious.
You said that we couldn't do a science experiment to find out, right?
Yeah, I don't think there is one.
Would you prefer that we could do a science experiment to find out if rocks were conscious or not?
I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, you could almost think about the sub level, the subatomic level, you know, beyond the protons, neutrons, and electrons, as being its extra conscious level. You can almost see it like that, like, hey, that's the tick box for the atom. Now what's the tick box for those? And the tick box for those? And the tick box for those?
Uh-huh.
And then you just keep going down. Like, you have the solar systems, right? Like, if you were bigger than our entire space existence, right? It's expanding, it's constantly expanding. If you were bigger than that, right? And you couldn't see us, would you say that the planets that you could see or the galaxies that you could see had consciousness?
Would I say that?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah.
I'm not convinced that consciousness can exist without a brain. So, I guess, yeah, I wouldn't say that they were conscious. But this is something that you think is true at 100%,
Yeah.
right?
I kind of gave you an example.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty big one.
If you somehow found out tomorrow that rocks are not conscious,
Yeah.
how would your behavior change?
If I found out that a rock could not be conscious, then I would wonder what else I could do with my body, because I'm relying on that rock to be a rock so that I can kick it, hit it, throw it, craft with it, or whatever else I need to do in order to be happy around that rock.
Okay.
I'm relying on it to be a rock. You be a rock, bro. You be some wood.
The
Be
conscious,
it fits.
the conscious rock.
I'm relying on it to do it.
Got
I
it.
trust it.
And if you found out that wasn't the case,
I have to move on and find something else that is going to be a rock.
cool. I think that's all my questions. You have anything for me? Any questions for me?
Ah, you challenged my brain. You challenged it. It's good. I liked it.
Cool.
Come up with some shit.
It's really coming down. Do you have something in mind?
Cool. Do you have a phone?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Homeless, actually.
Okay.
I had to go homeless to be on this journey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever have a chance to jump on YouTube?
I have. I've dived into it hardcore, but YouTube does not have the answers I'm looking for aside from maybe side physics expanding my brain a little bit. But I'm at the point where I have to put forth my physical experiments, my body experiments, my conceptual ideas, and find physical connections to the ideas that are in my brain. I already have like one, two-ish, and then maybe 3 different physical practices.
You mentioned jiu-jitsu, right? Is that one of them?
Jits. Yeah, that isn't one anymore because it's isolated to jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
Yeah, it's isolated to jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
Because
Jiu-jitsu is isolated to jiu-jitsu.
right, like it's defined as jiu-jitsu. What I'm trying to do is it's different. Unfortunately, and very sadly, it is different. I can go to the gym and exchange ideas, give them ideas, and I can take and absorb ideas from them. But when it comes right down to it, I need to come back with something that I can teach them. Teach anybody, really. I need to come back with something that I can teach them, then they get to play with it. I need something that's play withable.
Got it.
You know, I can't give them this long list of, you know, practices that I do that don't have anything outputted to their purposes or use or their joys or whatever. They don't have anything, right? Like Elon Musk wanted to make some cars, right? If he had just the wheels of the car, he ain't selling no cars.
Mhm.
He need the whole fucking
The whole
car.
package.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta get going here
Yeah.
in a second, but
Sorry.
the reason why I mentioned YouTube is because I have a YouTube channel. That's where the conversations go, the interviews go.
Yeah.
If you wanted to check it out, it's called Sound Epistemology.
Sound epistemology.
Yeah,
What's
sound like the
epistemology?
Puget Sound,
Yeah.
and epistemology is the study of knowledge, how we come to know things. So, is it okay if it goes on to my YouTube channel? our
Yeah.
interview.
Yeah. Put
Okay.
the whole thing together. Don't chop it up.
Oh yeah, they're all long form.
All right.
The only thing that I do is I'll take like a section of it and put it at the beginning just to kind of introduce to the viewers what the conversation is going to be like.
All right.
But the
Clickbaity.
rest of it is kind of like a teaser.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's all long form. I don't really cut anything out or anything.
You should caption it possible magic solution.
Okay. I was thinking about rocks or conscious.
Rocks are conscious. Rocks are magic.
Maybe.
Rocks.
It'll take some thinking.
Yeah.
Cool. Phenix, right?
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Phenix.
Phenix?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That way I spell it correctly.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that was great. Thanks so
What was
much
yours
for.
again?
My name's David.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No problem, David.
Yeah, that was great.
That's cool.
If you see me again and you want to have another chat, definitely.
I gotta have more to give you.
What's that?
I gotta have more to give you if we have.
Oh
to
yeah.
chat.
Well, in between now and then, maybe you could think of stuff.
Yeah. Excellent.
Cool. Enjoy the evening.
I shall. Read some more of the Phoenix right here.
Nice. Take care.
This is how we bust stuff. We just go.